What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Jordy, and welcome back to F1 23 Driver Career Mode. Today is our final episode on God, I've put that way too low, on F1 23, on this game. After the flop that was F1 24, we came back to F1 23 to do the Driver Career Mode that we never ended up doing last year. And today will be my final episode on it. We're actually reaching the conclusion of the real life F1 2024 season. So time to drop it, let bygones be bygones, and kind of forget the year of F1 24. Not the real life season. The season was great, but the game was garbage, which was why we came back to this one. My plans are going to be, as soon as the season finishes, or around the time of the season finishing, we will be starting a series on F1 2016. So the very first iteration of the career mode that has evolved into what you see now. So yeah, if you missed last episode, of course, it was the Japanese and Texas Grand Prix. We're actually getting really close now to wrapping up the championship. I've become so good at the ideal difficulty on this game that I am fighting hard for each and every win. However, I am clearly winning the championship either way. So we're just going to wrap it up in Mexico, and then Brazil, we can have a bit of fun with that, obviously. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it, of course. We still got Max Verstappen to look out for, and he is still mathematically in it, so we just need to make sure that we clinch the championship, finalize it around Mexico. So, yeah. We're replacing two parts. We're getting a new NG UK and a new turbocharger for these last couple of events, and that's really all we've got to say. We've got all the parts protected, but we're not doing a second season anyway. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's go. So yeah, last episode, and then I'm going to immediately get to work on the F1 2016 career mode video, which I am really excited to get into. But yeah, I'm officially tired of this game. Not that it's bad or anything, obviously. You guys know how much I love it. I've put over 500 hours into it. But after 500 hours across the past year, yeah, I'm definitely more than tired of this game. So yeah, we're definitely not going to come back for another career season. Well, actually, I do have plans for doing like a 10 race special season on the lead up just before F1 25, but other than that, I don't really plan to come back to the career mode of this game, so or this game in general. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finally putting it behind me. And obviously the recent F1 games are very samey. Same menu, same graphics and everything, so it would be nice to take a little break from these modern F1 games and go back to some older ones from last generation. I am very excited to get into that, which is why I'm actually streaming today. I didn't really fully feel like doing it, but I knew I had to get it out of the way sooner or later. Oh mate, you know what though, I am going to miss this car. I did really like this Williams car. The 2024 one definitely grew on me though, I will say that. With its new steering wheel and the more simplified livery, I do prefer it over this. However, I am going to miss this cockpit. I say that, you know, we have a similar looking cockpit in every game prior to this, so if I end up choosing Williams for the F1 2016 career mode, it's not going to be that different of a steering wheel, as Alex Albon's already going to get headed out. We already have the car setup ready. So yeah, Mexico setup. Let's go into some track acclimatization.
There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps.
All right, let's go. Oh mate, I do like the helmet that we've had for this series, I won't lie. I'm glad I didn't go for the one we had in my team. Even though the one we had in my team was awesome, I will say that. It's nice to have a little bit of a change, and I do like the mix of blues and purples with this one. So yeah, Mexico. Oh wow. So we had this Grand Prix not too long ago. The Brazilian Grand Prix was awesome in real life. Max Verstappen pretty much securing the 2024 championship. Not that anyone else deserved it, let's be real. Lando Norris has become so unlikable this year. It's crazy. We'll see how he does for next year, but like even without his attitude, I didn't really feel like he deserved to win the championship this season, to be honest. You know? That was Verstappen's title to lose. Yeah, here we go. I've become a lot more confident at this track than I was at the beginning of F1 23's life cycle. I say that, I'm still making some mistakes here and there. But I've been playing a bit of 2016 lately, so yeah, this is my first lap on 23 today, if you'll excuse me. But yeah, here we go. Hopefully we can get this done first try. Get free practice out of the way as quickly as possible.
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
I wonder how early F1 25 is going to come out next year. It'll probably still be May. I think we have 2 years of the same month, and then the next even numbered game is the month earlier. They are trying to put it out earlier and earlier each year. So I think 25 will be coming out at like the beginning of May, something like that. Definitely struggle a little bit through the stadium section. Yep, there you go. That's confirmation of that. Yeah, okay. Need some changes in the stadium section. I'm going to try and put the front brake bias down to 50 to the minimum, and we'll see how that feels. But yeah, I probably won't go with Williams for F1 2016, to be honest. Seeing as we've just done this career mode. There's a team called Manor Racing that I didn't know too much about before buying that game, but that used to be Virgin Media Racing, whatever. Marussia, it used to be Marussia. Yeah, we are really struggling with this car on the hards right now around this track. So I might go with Manor Racing, but I'm also thinking of going with Mercedes as well and being Nico Rosberg's teammate, replacing Lewis Hamilton. We'll see, we'll see. I might even leave it up to a vote like we did for the existence of this series, if you guys remember. I left it up to you guys whether or not we came back to F1 23 to do a driver career mode, and the result was almost unanimous. So I might leave it up to you guys. I know what team I want to be for F1 2017 when we go to that game, and then same for F1 2018 as well. I'm just a bit mixed on what I want to do for 2016. Hell, I'm a bit mixed on what I want to do for F1 25 when that game comes out, you know? We'll just have to see what the landscape of Formula 1 looks like. I know there's only one team that I definitely don't want to go to, and that's Kick Sauber. Because I don't like the company that runs Sauber or sponsors them. I'm not a fan of stake, you know, the whole gambling thing. Livery looks awesome though, but I wouldn't want to start my career at that team. Especially given how they've performed this season. Yeah, very shaky through the stadium section, but that was our best lap so far.
Job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers. Confirmed.
All right.
See you at the end of this lap.
Burn off some of the CRS before getting back into the pits. Car doesn't feel too bad on hards, I won't lie. I mean, it's a little slippery, obviously, but it's not the worst feeling car I've ever had around here. But yeah, we'll be doing both a driver career mode and a my team career mode for next year's game. It's kind of also to like make up for the lack of F1 24 content. But like not as an apology for you guys. Well, a little bit, yeah, but mostly to make up for my lost time, you know? Because I really did want to play a lot of F1 24, but that game was just so bad. I just didn't want to play it at all by the time we reached the end of the first season, so we quit it. But yeah, definitely a lot of grip loss through the stadium section with this car. But yeah, I'm excited to get into F1 2016 because I've played quite a bit of it, and the handling is drastically different. The game obviously looks drastically different, but there are also some features that were removed since that game that I feel like should never have been removed, and it's going to be really cool to experience all of that in a season on 2016. We're going to do one season on F1 2016, and then we'll do then I'll buy F1 2017, and then we'll buy F1 2018, and then after that we'll just see where we are in terms of how close we are to the release of F1 25, whether or not I do another career mode season, or we just take a little bit of a break from F1. Probably not that. But I do plan to come back to 23 to do that RB19 versus Verstappen series, short series, like 10 race season, where we take all of the races that Verstappen won in a row in 2023, and then see if we can beat him across the course of those races. I feel like could be a pretty cool idea, and I also wanted to go back to F1 23, particularly my last gen save as well, with all my trophies on, just to play ranked on F1 23, even though I know on 24 it was definitely better in terms of the ranked system. But I have some leftover PlayStation trophies that I want to get for F1 23. I want to get the Platinum Trophy for this game. You know, I've put so much time into it, it's given me so many good memories that, of course I want to get the Platinum for it.
Okay, engines
anyway,
fired up. We're set.
Let's get into race strategy. Race strategy, and then we're skipping to qualifying. I'm not even going to do another practice session to get the last R&D points out of the way, because really, literally no point in it. Alright. Let's burn off some of that energy again. But yeah, apparently F1 24 is getting some PS5 Pro boosts. I mean, clearly they've reached the peak on this engine. Like, I went back to look at some F1 2019 gameplay, and it looks pretty much the same as this graphically. Like, there really isn't that big of a difference. I'm not just saying 23, but 24 was included in the same video. They did a whole, like, it was a video on, like, the graphical comparison. Every game from 2019 onwards pretty much looks the same, and to be honest, every game from 2020 onwards has pretty much been the same. We've not had any incremental changes to the career mode, other than F1 24, but I think it's become quite clear that the career mode changes are really tacked on, and they're not really thought through very well. There's this video uploaded by, God, I don't know who it was, but it's the same channel that does like the full 10 seasons of career mode every year, and that he found some really strange things to do with the career mode. So hopefully in F1 25 a lot of those are balanced out, because it is a lot of balancing issues. If not, we're not really going to enjoy the driver career mode that much, but we'll see. Because obviously we've got the R&D scenarios that can help combat it a little bit. Okay, so we are going to be doing 5 laps race strategy, just to make sure we've got the right fuel load going into the race. This car does not like this track, I'll say that. Really hate going through the stadium section with this car. It just does not have the grip. Well, now it's going to feel on the softs though, it might feel a lot better. But yeah, on the mediums and the hards, definitely not it. We've got Max Verstappen just ahead of us. Don't think we're going to catch up to him for a while though. He's on the hards. Right, last lap of our race strategy program. And then we can get into qualifying.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Alright, that was 9 laps of practice. Oh, what's going on here? A bit of an altercation between Bottas and Verstappen. Verstappen's looking for an overtake on Bottas, because Bottas is going so slow. Here we go, let's try and piss off our title rival just a little bit. Diving on the inside of Verstappen here. Side by side going into the stadium section. This is really going to be riling him up. There we go, and let's go into the pits now. Whew. Tyre wear doesn't look awful, I suppose, but I don't think it's going to be... I think maybe we could use the softs in the full race. Who knows? I'm looking forward to Brazil, though, because it's a sprint weekend as well. But I think that's going to be more of a victory lap sort of race, because I think we'll have the title wrapped up by the end of this Grand Prix. Okay. Alright, retire from the session. That is that. And now we'll just skip to qualifying.
And with the cars now over the line,
Ooh, Albon's looking quick, P4. But, I mean, to be fair, he's done pretty well this season considering the car. So, it's not the worst in the world. The Williams was better in the first month of F1, the first couple of months of F1 24 than it was in F1 23, obviously. So, big differences. Let's see if there was any changes in R&D, see if anybody brought in any upgrades going into the final Grand Prix. Red Bull and Mercedes both brought in upgrades. I say final Grand Prix, penultimate. Alpine and Alfa Romeo, as well as AlphaTauri, seem to have brought in some upgrades as well. So, that's strange that. We've got new regulations coming in Season 2. But people are still bringing in upgrades for Season 1. Alright. Well, we're going to skip to qualifying. Alright. I think it's short quali, isn't it? Or do we do Q1 and Q2, Q3 in this series? I can't seem to decide which one I would rather go with, but I think we'll do the short qualifying when we go to F1 2016. I think it's Q1, Q2, Q3. Definitely takes a lot longer, that's for sure. Get tired of it eventually in game. I don't mind it for the first season, but then after that, oof. Does drag on a bit. That's why most people tend to just put it on short quali in their videos. Alright, let's go. Let's do our first lap. And usually we only do one lap of Q1, so this shouldn't be too difficult. But we'll see our pace compared to the other drivers. Don't want to waste too much ERS, so let's slow that down real quick. And this is a good opportunity to actually see how the softs feel as well, since this is our first lap on them. Here we go. Good start, to be honest. Oh, bit late on the turn in there. Car feels I don't know. I was going to say a lot better, but then we slipped a little bit coming out of that corner. Yeah, this car does not like Mexico at all. That section was pretty smooth though. On 17.7, that's ahead of people like Perez, so that should put us through into Q2 quite easily. Fingers crossed. Honestly, I might do this thing where we skip quali in Brazil. I don't think I'll feel like if we win the championship, I don't think I'll feel like doing quali then. So we might just skip all the way to the sprint, because sprint is a glorified quali anyway, you know? P5, Oscar Piastri gets P1 in Q1. Verstappen's in P7, let's see who got knocked out. The usual suspects. Albon though, mate, the car is quicker than that, you've got no excuse. The car's way quicker than Haas, how are you getting beaten by a Haas? Okay, let's make sure we got the right tyre on before getting into this. Let's go. Jesus Christ. This car does not like corner exits on this track. On F1 2016, a lot of the cars feel quite the opposite. Like, some of the cars really don't like corner entry. And I've actually, like, F1 2016 is really, really good at putting in the differences between each car, you know? I mean, obviously, the modern games still have that aspect about them, but it's a lot more noticeable on F1 2016 than F1 23, for example. Okay. Oh, that was a slow lap. Hamilton went quicker. Yeah, the car does not like corner exits. It slips quite a lot. Like, I feel like I'm about to lose the car on certain corners. Alright, Q2. Let's go. Well, lap 2, sorry. Let's go, let's get it through to Q3. Wasted a bit more ERS coming into this lap, but it is what it is. All the drivers are just coming out now, so we picked a good time to get out. But yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of YouTubers starting their My Team series now. I say bunch, I've just seen Tom97 start his. Yeah, it's getting me a bit jealous, to be honest, but at the same time I know if I did start my team myself on F124 for example, I just wouldn't enjoy it because I really hated that game, and I wouldn't want to do it on this game because I've already done it, you know. So that would lead me to go back to a game like F1 2020 for example, which could be cool I suppose, but I don't know, again that's another case of been there done that. I don't really want to do it. So I'd rather just wait for the next game to come out and just play driver career modes on the older F1 games until then. But we've gone a lot quicker this time. Oh my god. Yeah, this car, I need a bit more rear grip, to be honest. I don't think we can change it now. We're in Parc Ferme, aren't we? I don't think I can touch it. Yeah, Parc Ferme, and it wouldn't even let me have a look anyway. Oh, Albon had a pretty good Q2, to be fair to him. P11 is a pretty good position for the race, I won't lie. At all, I won't lie. But yeah, this car does not like Mexico. It hates it. I'm looking forward to Brazil though. I've got a really good setup around Brazil. You guys know that if you watched the My Team series, but yeah, I can't change that aero. It desperately needs a little bit more, but I don't know, we'd be losing straight line speed. It is what it is, I suppose. Alright, I usually only do one lap of this, so let's just go. Just wait for the 5-minute mark. That's good enough for me. Let's go. Right, let's do this. Maybe we could put a bit more front brake bias at the front. Maybe that will help somewhat. Let's put it to 60 and see what that does. That might completely jeopardize our last qualifying lap, but if it makes the rear grip a little better, then it won't jeopardize it. God, oh, this car is a handful. got a little bit better through there, so 117.1. Let's see if that's good enough for pole. It might not be. I think we got a similar lap in Q2, so we'll see. Let's have a look, shall we? It is P7. Oof. Perez gets pole position in his home race. Considering what happened in real life, that is completely unrealistic. Both last season and this season. P7's not good for us, especially if we want to clinch the championship at this particular Grand Prix. Yeah, we'll just have to see how we could do. 18 laps of Mexico coming up. Oh, there's fireworks going on outside. I was wondering what that was, but it's bonfire night, isn't it? Alright, Mexico has this reputation of being a fast track like Monza, but honestly I never remember it for that, of course. Monza is a bunch of straights broken up mainly by chicanes, but this circuit has these tricky technical sections which are going to be tough to get right with reduced downforce. Specifically, I'm thinking of the 4, 5, 6 complex. You have to treat turn 6 as a double apex corner, really, if you want a good exit. Also, take care to control your wheel spin through the stadium section. You can lose a lot there. Yeah, I already feel it. Well, here we go. Starting from P7 around Mexico City. Let's see if we can clinch the championship in this race. Man, oh mate, we desperately need a new game engine. F124 still has these long-ass loading screens as well.
In North America, the legendary Jim Clark won the first official F1 race back in 1963 here, and we've had a veritable who's who of winners ever since. It's Mexico City, and therefore, the Mexico City Grand Prix. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.6 miles of track that allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right, and the remaining 7 going to the left. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Magnussen, Gasly, Ocon, Ricciardo, Joe, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is none other than Anthony Davidson. They've been involved in a number of costly incidents lately. That's got to affect their mindset going into this race.
It's not an ideal situation by any means. When you get into a bad run like that, there's always a risk of frustration creeping in, which can cause more mistakes and locks you into this vicious cycle. Hopefully today they can get through turn 1 cleanly and stay calm for the rest of the race.
Alright, let's see what we've got in terms of race strategy. So, softs are not going to be viable apparently. Let's have a look how they... Ooh, 3 seconds added time. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely non-viable. Although I don't want to be on the slower compound for the second stint, so what we're going to actually do is we're going to go on the hards. Let's do a longer stint on the hards. I always feel really comfortable on the hards, so let's just see what we do there. We've got a decent amount of points ahead of Verstappen anyway, so I feel like we can clinch the championship even if we play somewhat close to him. So let's do this. Looks like everybody else has gone mediums. Okay, that means we're going to be really good in the second stint.
Okay, how was that pull away?
Our energy store's depleting a little bit, 97%.
Tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Right, yeah, we definitely want to warm these up, that's for sure. These are going to be so cold at launch, so... definitely get a bit of wheel spin going on. Hopefully that works. But I don't think it's going to. We've always had a lot of trouble warming up the hards. Oh man, I miss that Mercedes, you know. I actually really liked the Mercedes from that year. Like, just in terms of looks. It was a bit of a Frankenstein car, wasn't it? Because they changed their concept, like, very early on. And so a lot of the parts look proper bolted on compared to other cars which were complete chassis changes. It looked insane, you know? But I liked it, especially with all the carbon fibre as well. I understand the complaints about it, but on their own, the carbon fibre cars look great, and Mercedes, for sure, definitely was the best. We've really done a good job warming up the hards, that's for sure. Get a lot of wheel spin through the stadium section. Alright, we did a really good job there. Let's get lined up. Whew.
Superb parking there,
Let's
mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
P7.
Okay, so that's the
Let's
rest
see
of
what
the
we can
grid
do from
forming up
here.
now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Alright, oh, that's a horrendous start from Leclerc, and we're immediately gaining that position. Alright, here we go then, and we're definitely not the quickest on the straight right now. So, I bet Mercedes, for example, picked up some powertrain upgrades, because we have been the most powerful throughout the season. See if we can get back side by side with Russell. There's huge contact there. Russell did not want to let that position go. He really tried to shut the door then. And to be fair, it's going to be a lot more difficult for us at first because, you know, we're on the hards. So let's just see what we can do from here.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Oh my god. I've never been comfy around Mexico. I've gotten a lot better at the track since F1 23 came out, obviously, but that doesn't mean it's one of my favourite tracks. It's definitely one of my weaker ones. Sergio Perez leads from Hamilton to Leclerc, to Sainz, sorry, to Verstappen to Russell, and we are getting overtaken by Lando, which is not good. I'm going to try and brake later here.
That's us down a place.
Oh, too late. Contact made with Norris as Piastri tries to get involved there. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of pain to start off with the hard tyres, that's for sure. I think we're about to lose Russell, so that's not good. Definitely used up a lot of ERS as well. If you cut the corner a little bit. Bit of cheating, I suppose, but Shush. I won't do that again. Surprised we even got away with it, to be honest. Alright, Norris is keeping up with us anyway, so it literally didn't matter. This car is awful around this track. I'm not even going to fight Norris. He's using the RS to try that though. But now DRS is enabled and we've completely lost out on it, so I'm just going to let Norris go there. And yeah, we're definitely not going to do a longer stint on the hards. I think I'm going to pit early. I think we'll pit on lap 8 for the mediums. But let's hang back on Norris a little bit, because he might have some good pace to him. So we'll see if we could just hang on to him. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case though. God, this car is horrendous! I think we just about did enough to remain in within DRS, but we're so bad through the stadium section that it just didn't matter anyway. We lost the 10th through there. Maybe it would have been worth starting on the softs, because now we're going to lose another position, this time to Oscar Piastri, and to be honest, eventually we might end up losing a position to Leclerc.
Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
It doesn't look like it. But yeah, we might end up having to concede position to Albon as well. Not a good race for us so far. Definitely was the wrong choice to go onto the hards. But if the hards feel this horrendous, maybe we'll have a big advantage in this second stint against the other drivers who will be going on to hards. But you know what, I think if I lose one more position, I'm going to pit on lap 6. Very, very early, I know, but it's genuinely, it feels that bad. Put down the brake bias a little bit to the front as well, well, more towards the back. See if that does anything. I don't even know if we did enough to get DRS.
Information on Verstappen. They seem to have an issue.
Oh, Verstappen's got an issue. That's big. That is very big. Right. I think I'm going to pit on the next lap. Unless Verstappen's losing positions big time, then we'll see, but I don't know. All I know is it was the absolute wrong decision to go onto the hards for this first stint. Leclerc is dropping quite a lot. Albon's got P9, which is really good for him. That's good news. Oh mate, I hate this car around this track right now. It is really bad. Alright, yeah, we're gonna pit on this next lap, that's for sure.
Okay,
Is it new softs or?
strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out.
Yeah, they think we should change it as well.
Confirmed.
Pit on lap 8 because of how slow we are. But I'm actually going to pit this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Because we're losing time to Albon now as well. Honestly, after free practice, we definitely shouldn't have gone onto the hards. With the amount of slip that we've got on this right now. Just all around awful decision. But not too far from where we started, so I don't know. But yeah, we've lost a lot of time. Mate, I can't even make some of these corners. It is genuinely awful. We have a lot of ERS saved, so I could probably try and make it up when we go on to the mediums. I've got no new soft tyres. Verstappen's losing positions because he's got a car issue, which is really good news for us if we want to clinch the championship at this race. But yeah, we need to pit now. Yellow flags up ahead.
Caution, caution.
Okay, we're in. I think that was because of collision between Verstappen and the McLarens. And here we go. Early pit because
Some information on Perez. They're retiring from the race. Okay, go, go, go.
Perez
Perfect job on the turn in
from
there,
the
mate.
lead
Looks like a
in
nice
his
stop time.
his
We're
home
happy
Grand
with that one.
Prix.
That was our last
Jesus.
stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Perez and his experiences with Mexican Grand Prix needs to be studied. And there he is on the right there. Jesus.
Okay, clear.
Sergio Perez. Now our TV's going on standby. Mate, this race is a shambles. Alright. Let's try and make up as much time as possible. With this absolute boat of a car. This is going to leave us at a huge disadvantage towards the end of the race when everybody else has 2 laps fresher tyres.
Okay, gap ahead.
It is what it is.
0.8 seconds.
Nobody's pit yet. Oh my god, that's not what we need. We've made up a lot of time though, and the soft tyre runners in front. I don't know if that means anything for the front runners. But I think we're about to undercut Verstappen, at the very least. Hamilton's still far out ahead of us, but Verstappen is quite far behind us as I brake really late there. That's going to cost us a lot of time.
The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
Alright, so we're not catching Hamilton, that's for sure. Oh mate, I cannot be arsed with this track. I honestly hate Mexico, I really do. I don't like this track at all. There's a reason I always remove it when I do second seasons.
5.0 seconds.
I just don't like how it flows. I like the scenery, don't get me wrong, but the actual track itself, not my thing. I don't like it very much. Mate, the tyre wear's not even that bad. The track is just woeful. We're ahead of Verstappen though, which is big. 5 seconds ahead.
Alexander's coming in for his stop now.
And ahead of Piastri. By quite a bit. It's still far away from the guys ahead, unfortunately. This car is horrendous. I'm really not enjoying driving this. I'm not gonna lie. Oh god. Should have probably added more downforce when we pit, considering we've got no real cars behind us. Jesus Christ, never mind, 3 second time penalty. I'm not rewinding that neither. Just gotta make sure we stay in front of Verstappen now. I hate this track with a burning passion.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
We caught up to one of the Mercedes though, so those guys must have held him up quite a bit. We've undercut Norris, which is good. Yeah, we've actually caught up to the guys in front of us, which is great. Not going to mean much though with our 3 second time penalty, but it is what it is. As long as we can maintain this gap on Verstappen, we should be fine. But this car absolutely hates this track. I hate this track. And I can't wait to get it over with. I don't even know why I kept it in for this 16 race season, you know. I should have put Las Vegas in instead. Would have been a lot more fun, that's for sure. Because this is horrendous. And we've still got about 7 laps to go. Great. It just doesn't want to turn.
Russell has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Russell did have the fastest lap, but I don't know who has it now actually, I didn't see.
Currently, the fastest lap is at 1:18.8. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.1 seconds.
Right, who has it? Let's have a look. I think it's Hamilton, isn't it? No, it's not. Who has it? Verstappen? No. I think it's Leclerc. I didn't notice. I wasn't really looking, paying attention. So, Hamilton is in P1. And he looks odds on to win the race. Sainz isn't that far behind though, so we never know. And if they start fighting, maybe we could catch up and drag this boat into a podium spot. But Verstappen has managed to cut down the time, and I really don't like this track. I don't like it. Can we skip it? I can't skip it. Can we not simulate the session? I can only retire from it. I really don't want to do this track. I hate it. Okay. If there's a Oh mate, we're going to have to do this track in F1 2016 as well. I absolutely hate this track. As Norris overtakes Verstappen, hopefully they start fighting. Piastri is caught up to us though. And our mediums are going to start wearing out very soon. Not that it would make much difference, the track already feels awful. Barely making it through these corners. I hate this track. This is a fucking nightmare. I don't want to do it. Oh, I really wish I could simulate the rest of the session because I don't want to play this. Hate it.
Keep on him, you might make a mistake.
What is he doing? Fuck off, Norris. Wow, we've lost Piastri in a couple of corners. Norris was just going for a gap that wasn't there.
Hamilton has just made a move for first place. Okay, keep an eye on
Oh,
that
he
gap
hasn't.
ahead,
Sainz
please.
is P1.
1.6 seconds.
Alright, we're about to lose the positions to Norris and Verstappen. If Albon catches up, I'm going to let him through and try and secure him some points, because I don't think we're scoring any.
The energy store is depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
There's a good chance we won't even be scoring any points, to be quite honest. Oh, actually, I don't know how far back P9 is from P8. Actually, that's quite a distance. Okay, I think we'll score a decent amount of points still. But here comes Norris making a move. I'm going to try and squeeze him to the inside. I'm going to get really aggressive with him for that move he did earlier. And somehow we've managed to keep that position with minimal contact. This is my least favourite track on the calendar though, I won't lie guys. I never enjoy this track every time we do it. What? Alright. Yeah, I really hate this track. Don't want to do it, guys.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.3 seconds.
Okay, the silver lining is the next track is Brazil. So, that's good. And it's really fucking hot in here now as well. For some reason, my mum is obsessed with putting the radiator on all day. So, I'm gonna have to take my shirt off in a bit as well. Fucking hell. This is just a nightmare race for me. I'm gonna let them both pass. And I'm probably gonna let Albon pass as well. And then do my best to keep Alonso back. Come on, Albon. Right, let's make sure we can keep Albon in a good position. We've got 11 seconds the gap between me and Ocon. So we're going to finish P9 because of our penalty. However, Albon's going to get an easy P7. So that's the silver lining on this event.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Okay. Nearly to the end of this atrocious race. Even when I'm winning these races, it's usually the most boring track of them all. I just don't like it. Right, Alonso going for a gap that wasn't there. Good for him. Oh, it doesn't even have any straight line speed. Let's go down the inside. And to be fair, our engine is wearing out quite a bit at this point. We've really ringed out the engine components as much as possible this season to make sure we were in the title fight to begin with.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.1 seconds.
As I'm trying to keep Alonso behind. I'll let him pass on the next straight though. Just wanted to make sure Albon gets that P7.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
There goes Alonso, side by side at the end of the main straight. I'm going to fight him for pride. I know I'm not receiving any points compared to him because I got my engine penalty. I got the track limits penalty, but yeah, this just shows how woeful this car is around this track. And to be fair, our tyre choices weren't the greatest, so there's that as well. But yeah, this setup wasn't it neither, just not enough front end grip. Lewis Hamilton wins the Mexican Grand Prix for Mercedes. It's a silver lining on what has been probably Mercedes' worst season in a long time. We'll come home in P8.
Oh, you are my hero! You're my hero! You've done it! All of that work has come down to this, and you are the world champion. Great stuff!
Wow, okay. I guess those 2 points were enough to secure the championship. There we go.
They are indeed. It might have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level at the very top is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion.
God, those are the worst smoke
The
screens
makes
I've ever
this
seen.
event a brutal one for these Formula One cars.
It is a
This team have
brutal
done a
one to play it.
fantastic job to make it to the checkered flag and take a well-earned victory today.
Well, we won the championship. It's just a shame that
And talk to me. What do you
we
think it was
celebrated
that
it
sealed the win
my
for them?
least favourite
They
track on the
certainly
calendar.
stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Alright.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach.
Skip it. Just get me away from Mexico, man. Get me away from this
So let's review
absolutely
the driver's
terrible
stats.
Grand Prix.
And this also means there's no catching our leader anymore. And we crown a new World Drivers' Champion.
There
Now,
we go.
let's
It's done! Finally! We have won the 2023 championship, Formula One World Championship with Williams. Or the 2024 one, rather, because Again, storyline-wise, this is set after our F124 season. So, yeah, we have won. We've got one final part coming as well. I'm going to decline that.
But you handled it well. Thanks.
Alright. I don't need to restart that neither. Let's just get into it. I don't care! Shut up!
Package for the weekend has failed.
Let's go to Brazil. Alright. Fucking way too hot in here, I'll tell you that. It might not even be worth doing free practice, but I'll do it anyway, because we'll need it for race strategy. We're going to have a full wet, well, not a full wet Grand Prix, but it looks like we got changeable conditions that are going to start wet in the full race. So that's something to look forward to in our final race of the series. Wow, very high. Oh, it might be the full race. Are you serious then? Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to make even the best race a chore to get through? I mean, at least we got the sprint, thank God, but yeah, you know what, I'm just going to skip to the sprint. I don't even want to do practice. I'm just completely over this game at this point. Again, not that I hate it, I've just played it so much since it came out that I'm just kind of tired of it now. You know, and we've won the championship, it's not like we have to do free practice, so we'll just skip to the sprint, and then I usually have like a lap, an extra lap of fuel, so we'll just go with that, even though we weren't able to do race strategy, and just fingers crossed doesn't result in anything bad.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session,
I'm quite curious to see what the grid looks like
for today's sprint.
Verstappen P1.
Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. As we continue,
you know what? Let's have the rest of it be random.
Unable to get a clean run, that's got to have some effect on their confidence, surely.
Certainly confidence is an important factor. And every time you're involved in an incident, it's not just the car you damage, but that confidence as well. But all the top racing drivers are able to tune that out when the race gets underway and focus on the job at hand.
Mate, sprint intros are so tacked on and awkward. It's crazy.
Well, it all comes down to this then, doesn't it? You're still in with a shot at the Drivers' Championship, the biggest prize in this sport. Now get out there on track and come back with that trophy.
Brother, you got schizophrenia or something? We already won it, like, last weekend. What are you on about? Okay, oh, you already put it at 7.5 laps. Okay, that's fine then, we'll just leave it as is. Formation lap, I'm gonna skip this shit. Fuck off. Let's go. 94% capacity on the energy store as well. Lights out, and we are underway for the sprint race around Brazil. Oh my God, what a start.
Reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
See if we can get beside Ocon here. Really wide there. Albon comes out on top as well. Very aggressive towards Ocon there. Whoa, Gasly! Okay. Very shaky start to the Grand Prix. Oh, I didn't even put my setup on. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Yeah, because there's Parc Ferme after. Oh, lovely. That's fucking great. What an episode this has been. I cannot wait to end it. It's fine. Even with the balanced setup, Brazil is still really fun, so I'm not going to whine too much. Let's just see how many points we can gain, how many positions we can gain, starting from the back in the sprint here. We're already up to P11 after one lap. And obviously I want to get near the front because, yeah, for the full race. Oh, that was a very, very audacious dive bomb. I'm going to rewind that. I feel really bad there. How did we actually do that? If it was anybody else but Albon, I would have been fine. What? Oh, Alonso dive bombed. Jesus Christ. Alonso completely cutting across us there. We're pushing out for that. Alright. Yeah, I want to be clean with Albon. I really don't want to ruin his race. Alright. Yeah, we are really good at the middle sector around Brazil, even with the balance set up. Try and dive on the inside of Albon here. And now we are one position away from a points paying position.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Alright.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Not enough to catch up to Piastri. Ooh, big fight with Hamilton and Perez. And Hamilton comes out on top there. But that has slowed down Piastri. I'm really missing my usual setup now. Oh, contact with Perez, but that was a nice dive bomb on Piastri. He is still there though, side by side with me.
Good job.
He really didn't want to let that go then. Over halfway through the sprint now. It's been fun so far, as Brazil usually is. Just dive down the inside on Perez. Oh, he's fighting that. Contact made, but I think we're just about going to make it through. Perez does not want to let that position go. And I was really, really aggressive there. To the point that Albon must have overtaken Piastri at some point, and now he's also overtaken Perez. That's big. This might be where we end up finishing though, P7. So I'm tempted to actually slow down to give Albon some DRS.
2.5 seconds.
Give Albon some DRS, make sure he retains his point. No, I'm going to let him pass actually. Get him a point in the sprint. I could always pass him on the last lap as well, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to use DRS on this section, just to make sure I don't trouble him at all.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Okay. We should be able to use softs in the... Oh, it doesn't matter anyway, it's full wet, isn't it? Or it might be inters if we're lucky.
final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Perez might be pressuring me here, so let's use DRS to make sure we stay ahead. Doing a really good job. Albon's done really good lately as well. Getting points in Mexico, he's getting points in the sprint, Brazil sprint. Awesome. Alright.
Oh man, that's it. It's all over and you
Oh mate, we're gonna get the same voice message every time
Well done.
from our annoying engineer. Driver of the day for that one, since we came from the back of the grid.
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to
We
a
get another
close.
celebration though.
World Drivers' Champion is declared.
I ain't gonna complain.
Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers.
I didn't know you got to celebrate multiple times. But there you go.
So let's review the updated driver standings. We also
Nah, we're moving on. Moving on to the final race of the series and our final race playing F1. I say that, but I did say we were going to do that series against Max Verstappen later, probably next year. But I just cannot wait to get into F1 2016. I'm actually going to record the episode right after finishing this, so I am really excited to move on from these modern F1 games for a bit. So, yeah, here we go. Full race, 18 laps. Looks like it's going to be in the wet. Let's do this.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 left turns and 6 right turns for a total of 15 corners. It's a wet one today as well, so grip and visibility will be at a premium, and the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years. It's time to see how our drivers
Oh my
are stacking
god,
up
that's a
after
lot of rain.
yesterday's
Is it
exciting
full wet or
qualifying
is it
session.
inters? I can't
Max
tell.
Verstappen put in a
But
fantastic lap yesterday,
it might be full
and he'll
wet.
start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Albon, Perez, Oscar Piastri,
Ooh,
Gasly,
somebody's got a grid penalty,
Fernando Alonso, Stroll,
which means me and Albon both get pushed up a bit.
Ocon, Tsunoda,
It's
Hamilton,
Hamilton, oh.
Magnussen, Joe, Ricardo, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. It's
Alright.
almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson, a very warm
Oh,
welcome
that's
to
full
you
wet.
as
Look at
you
the
join me in
puddle.
the commentary
Look at
box
that
for
massive
today's
puddle in
event.
front of the
They've been
safety
involved
car.
in a number of costly incidents lately. That's got to affect their mindset going into this race.
It's not an ideal situation by any means. When you get into a bad run like that, there's always a risk of frustration creeping in, which can cause more mistakes and locks you into this vicious cycle. Hopefully today they can get through turn 1 cleanly and stay calm for the rest of the race.
Alright.
Okay, so I know we've already won the championship, and it's amazing, but it's not time to switch off yet. We can relax in this race, but I want you to enjoy it. I also want a strong result.
Of course. 4 wets around Brazil coming up. Oh my god. That's big. And looks like, yeah, it's going to be quicker to just go the full distance on the wets. And there's no way of doing any better like that neither, so yeah, it looks like it's just the one, no stops, just a full 18 laps of full wet around Brazil. I don't think that's going to be cool, but it's a lot like the real life Brazil, isn't it? So I kind of like how this series is ending. Let's do this.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're learning the gears, so let's go through them all if you can.
Oh wow. The rain isn't very loud on here. I was playing F1 2016 the other day, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a little time trial in wet conditions, and you hear the rain thundering, like, it's so loud in F1 2016, I really liked it. But you hardly hear it here. I don't know, man. It just feels a lot more lifeless compared to the older F1 games. And I hate saying that, because I love F1 23. And I think the handling's the best in the series, but ever since F1 2019, the series has just been going downhill in terms of aesthetic. You know? And it's been focusing more on gimmicks. Rather than actually, like, feeling like you're in an F1 game, or feeling like you're in Formula 1. Because I know when I played F1 2018, it certainly felt like I was in Formula 1. Or it at least felt a lot more immersive anyway. I really don't like how my hair is lately. Fuck it. Right, hopefully we can get past Albon fairly quickly, just to get him out of the way. We've already won the championship, so we don't have to win, but it would be nice to win. Tyres, didn't even have to really warm them up, to be honest. Already kind of done, Alex! Oh my god! Jesus Christ, man. Oh, that's
okay,
perfect.
Incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
I would rather be starting on the inside, but it is what it is.
The sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't like to be starting right behind Albon, to be honest. Let's go. Come on, go, go, go.
The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity.
Oh my god, look at that.
The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Albon is all over the road, man. What are you doing? Whoa, Sainz! What happened there? Can we get a replay of that? Keep an eye on Sainz. He just darted out of the way for some reason. I guess it's because someone in front of him was cutting across. Namely Verstappen. Fuck me, man. I forgot how awful the full wets can be. Sainz! You dangerous man. Jesus Christ, okay, yeah. Inters is quite nice to drive on in this game, but the full wets aren't, I'll tell you that. I really want to overtake Albon safely without jeopardising his position, but... I hate driving on the wets. Let's see if I can just creep around Albon there. And we were managing to. There we go. That's P5 gained. Norris next. Doesn't seem to be getting the best getaway. Oh mate, I hate driving in the wet. On full wets in this game. Oh my god, it's awful. We've lost so much time there. I'm just going to rewind that. Absolutely hate driving full wets.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Jesus, turn! You fucking boat! Illegal over. I was in front anyway. Oh my days. I had to do that to make sure I even stayed on the fucking track. Right, let's turn that front brake bias down to 50. See if we can catch up to Verstappen. Ooh, Albon makes the pass on Norris. Let's go. Of course, the rain's a little bit of an equaliser. Turn, you boat. We are not gaining nearly enough on Verstappen as I would like. We've completely left behind Albon there. Which is somewhat good, especially since there'll be no DRS behind him, so I think he has a good opportunity to really secure that P5.
So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful.
It's not going to ease off at all, buddy. Literally, weather concerns do not matter to me. It's just going to be a full wet race. I didn't even change the front downforce going into this race, which would have been helpful. There's a yellow flag behind. Oh god, who's that for?
Green flag.
Yeah,
Okay, some
Gasly.
information on Gasly. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Gap to your teammate behind is 3.1 seconds.
Yeah, we are not catching up. We're in for another boring race. Somehow the game managed to make Brazil really boring. Great.
Okay, gap ahead is
Managed to make this
1.6
entire
seconds.
last episode boring. Okay, we'll just grit our teeth, get on with it. If Albon catches up to me, I'm going to let him through.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
What do you mean an interesting one? There's puddles on the track. It's full wet.
Yellow flag.
Jesus Christ, only 6 laps in and already 10%, like 12% where, 13%. Jesus. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. God, this is an absolute boat.
Other teams are fitting intermediate tyres. It might be worth considering changing yours too.
What? No, they're not. Oh, they are. Perez is fit inters. Hulkenberg and Hamilton have all fit inters. Interesting. Well, I'm fucking bored, so you know what? We are going to do that.
And gap to the car in front is 3.4 seconds.
Yeah, I'm bored as fuck.
Right, let's have you in at the
These
end of
tyres
this
are
lap,
overheating
please.
anyway. Let's go for it. We've got nothing to lose, really. We've already won the championship, so let's make things a bit interesting. And to be fair, the rain is getting much lighter. So we're going to pit, just to make things interesting. And I wonder how many other people are going to pit, if 3 have already. If Perez has already pit, that means Verstappen's going to pit. If Hamilton's already pit, that means Russell is probably going to pit. But my god, I really want to get off these wets. This is not fun to
Okay,
drive.
mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new
Yeah,
strategy
engineers
options.
are going
Go
for
check
it.
your MFD.
Oh, looks like the guys in front of us haven't pit. Okay, that's interesting. But I'm just happy to get off these wets. It's not fun to drive on the wets in F1 23, I'll tell you that. It is on the inters though. So, I'm just glad to get off these shit tyres.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Perez has undercut me by doing that, so he's gained a lot of time on the inters. I hate pit exits like that. Oh, and I should have put more downforce on again. Oh, mate, that was the perfect opportunity, and I haven't done it.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Guys, this game is really getting on my nerves today. I played it for too long, that's what it is. I don't think I'm going to come back to it. Maybe I will in a few months, but the key phrase in a few months. I am tired of these modern F1 games. Lots and lots of fatigue is set in. And I just want to get to play in F1 2016.
We're currently trailing our teammate by 16.7 seconds.
Perez looking for the move on Guan Yu Zhou. Hopefully Zhou defends that. I think he did a little bit, but not enough.
Radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this race.
Oh no, instead he's getting in my way. Fucking pillow. Perez is getting really held up by those guys though. So that's all good for us. Yeah, see, it's definitely a lot more interesting on the inters. Bit of contact there, side by side with Perez. Magnussen, Agent Magnussen, helping Perez there. But I think we're inevitable at this point. Let's get round Perez. Now we've got Daniel Ricciardo in the AlphaTauri. Round him, he's really slowed down Perez there. Did he get damage? No, he didn't. Okay, he just got really slowed down by him. But we are carving through the field now on these inters. As we'll dive on the inside of Ocon. Get the car around the corner and now focus on Yuki Tsunoda.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going.
There we go, up to P11 now. I wonder if a lot of these guys might stay on the wets. We'll see, they've got to pit soon though. Otherwise they'll be throwing away some points, but maybe pitting might be throwing away points as well. We're now side by side with Stroll. As we'll also dive bomb Bottas. See if we can spin the car round there. Beautiful. And that is the big difference in grip. You know what, I needed that. I needed the inters change after the first half of the race on wets and then having to do Mexico, which is a very boring track. I hate it. This drive is cathartic. as we'll now dive on the inside of Alonso and get our sights set on Norris. He pretty much moved out of the way there as we now catch up to Piastri.
Okay, I think we're still the right tyres for the time being.
There'll be a lot to catch up to in the top 5 though, that's for sure. But I think we could do it, let's see. We are on a quicker compound, a much quicker compound by the way. So we now look to go around Piastri, bit of contact there. But we made it. There we go. Now let's see how long it's going to take us to catch up. They're at the end of that straight, to be fair. They're not too far away, only 5 seconds down the road. And we're a lot quicker than them round every corner.
That's
the slap. Let's go.
Keep this up. Well done.
Yeah, definitely made the right choice to go on Tainters. That is for sure. When I overtake Sainz, I want to see if I can make him lose some time as well, just to help Albon a little bit. Oh, brakes a bit late. Disconnected because I completely lost charge. Whatever. All right, are we still on? All right. Okay, we're good. Let's go. There we go. That's how we do it. Oh, 10 seconds up the road is the top 3. Do we think we could make that within a few laps? I'm not entirely sure. Albon is over defending. What is he doing? Just drive straight, you moron. What's going on? Why is my hair being moronic as well? For fuck's sake, this really bothers me. I'm just going to let him go ahead. Don't even over defend that, because you're just causing collisions for no reason. Alright, can we catch up to the top 3? Let's find out.
It looks like the weather's going to dry up in about 5 minutes' time. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 9.4 seconds.
Right, weather's only going to get better from here. Let's see how quickly we can catch up to Verstappen, eh? If we can do it in the amount of time we have. I don't think we'll get the win in time.
I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer.
Fucking boat.
Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres.
Just watched your vid about the new Life is Strange. It was really good. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Nick Douchebag.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
I was already so disappointed with True Colours because this is a whole new level. It was obvious the game was going to be bad. I really liked True Colours, personally. I made a video on it a few years ago. It didn't do very well though.
1.5 seconds.
I don't even think it hit 20 views, but I said the game was perfect. It was probably my favourite Life is Strange game, to be honest. Right.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 9.8 seconds.
Caught up to Verstappen. I think there's a good chance we could actually win the entire race here. In a beautiful comeback. Three laps to go though. I think we can do it. God, my inters are already 20% worn. I can't imagine how worn these guys' wets are, especially since we caught up so quick.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I mean, look at this, we're making it look easy. I don't know what it is with the AIs changing from wets to inters, they just don't want to do it. They just feel like they can reach the end of the race on those tyres when they clearly can't. There's a big fucking pile up there. Oh my god. Yeah, big pile up. Oh my god. Right, what's happened there then? It's an Alfa Romeo. It's Bottas. Bottas spins round, and that causes a huge blockage. A huge pile up. Jesus. Because we're now going to dive on the inside of Leclerc. He's going to try and go for the switchback. But nah.
Nice move.
Easy
Good
move
job.
for us. We've got a lot more grip on the inters than they do on the wets. So, pretty much going to be easy from here. Sergio Perez steals the fastest lap from me though. He's on the inters as well. DRS enabled. Oh wow. I'm not going to get it in time though, but I could try going for the fastest lap again. I don't know how Perez must have got it, but the rain has completely stopped. Okay, let's go. See if we can nab back the fastest lap. Probably can't, but I don't know. The track's a lot drier now, so maybe there's a good chance.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push. fuel for 3 more laps.
Oh, Albon's lost P5. It's not good. I really did try to help Albon keep that, but Sainz just drove really well. Two green sectors, non-purple. I don't think we're going to get the fastest lap, but it will be our personal best. No, we didn't get it.
You've been great all weekend.
But there it is!
Back in the factory, on a pit wall. You've been amazing.
What a race to end off the season, to end off the series.
Driving. That is the race win, my friends. Well done.
I'm glad to have it done, that's for sure. Again, I'm sick of these modern F1 games at this point. I played them for 2 straight years nearly, so...
That's it then, they've taken the win here as we wrap up another fantastic Formula One season.
Let's go.
Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know? I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
Well, what
Alright.
a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
Well, there you go, guys. Wrapping up the season with a win. What a race that was. Very similar conditions to real-life Brazil this past weekend. But we completely outsmarted the rest of the field there. I don't know why everybody didn't pit for Inters. I was really expecting it, but I guess that wasn't going to be the case. And we managed to get a pretty dominating win out of that, that's for sure. And that is it. That's the end of
Anthony
the
Davidson,
season.
who would you rank as your driver of the
So
day?
as we now advance, that's it. That is it. Whew. I'm glad to finally have that done, I won't lie. I'm glad to finally free up some storage on my PlayStation 5 as well. So, there you go. Pretty commanding season, end of the day. And there it is. Top of the driver standings with nearly 300 points. Would have been nice to reach that if we'd have done qualifying and then, you know, the sprint. I think we definitely would have gotten over 300. So, whatever. It is what it is. But, yeah, that was awesome. And I think the lesson I'm taking from this one is I'm going to remove Mexico any chance I get in any of these career modes. But yeah, that was really cool to come back to F1 23 to do the driver career mode that we never ended up doing originally when the game was the current one. But yeah, this is us done with modern Formula One for now. Of course, F1 25, the cars aren't going to look too different from this. I don't think the career modes are going to be that different neither, if at all. Because obviously we'll have Breaking Point, which will be this development team's main objective, main focus. But fingers crossed we get a lot of the new things that driver career mode added into my team career mode, or at the very least the R&D scenarios in my team career mode would be pretty cool. But guys, that was F1 23 driver career mode. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Be sure to check out the rest of the series, last year's My Team series and this year's F1 24 career season if you're interested as well. We'll be back in a couple of weeks time, or maybe less than that, to start our series on F1 2016, a series I'm really looking forward to. So until next time, until then, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.